Right now, the Republican Party has control over 32 state legislatures, both houses, the state house and the state senate. They need one more house before they could decide amongst the states to open up a constitutional convention and propose a constitutional amendment. Now, we're already dealing with borderline supermajorities in Congress on the federal level. So quite literally, they could just pass this from the federal level and say, we're going to make a constitutional amendment to define marriage as being between a man and a woman. As soon as these Republican-leaning states, we're at 31, 32. As soon as we get to 38, and we'll show you the breakdown. Once we get to 38, they will have 3/4 of the state legislatures, and they will be able to not only propose, but ratify a constitutional amendment. While we as progressives are over here trying to find the most progressive candidate possible, rejecting this incessant need. Incessant means this continuous need to, because somebody mistook that for incest the other day. And I'm like, no, incessant is not incest. But anyway, this incessant need to find the perfect candidate is going to leave us vulnerable to the worst candidate. Trying to point out that Keith Ellison is not the progressive you thought he was only leaves us at the vulnerable to an actual lobbyist who was a part of building the problem that we see. So Benjamin Dixon, and you guys can unsubscribe as needed. Those of you who want to remain, I love you. I thank you. Stay. But I don't have time for it anymore. Right? We're not talking about 4 years of Donald Trump. I'm going to do fine over the next 4 years. I'm going to fight like hell, right? And we'll talk about how people on the left can survive, and people, the LGBTQ communities. So some communities are very vulnerable right now, legitimately. But we're not talking about 4 years of Donald Trump. We're talking about purifying ourselves right into state legislatures and Congress having the majorities they need to pass, to propose, and ratify constitutional amendments that we would be stuck with probably the rest of our lives. 4 years of Trump will look like taking a walk down the street compared to the impediment of a constitutional amendment that defines the definition of marriage as being between a man and a woman. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not asking for your opinion on this. I'm telling you, I'm not playing that game. We need all hands on deck to make sure that, and you know who's not a partner in this? Maybe in Baltimore, in Maryland. In Maryland, the Green Party may be sometimes in Massachusetts, but not right now. In Maryland, the Green Party is a partner in this. The Green Party can help back off the GOP's any type of majority. But like in the states where we desperately need their help, the Green Party is not there. The Green Party is not in Kansas. The Green Party is not really strong in Nevada. I know they have some presence there, but they're not strong in Nevada, right? Where we need someone to help fend off the supersized majorities that the GOP needs. So I'm not playing that game. I'm sorry. Like, Keith Ellison is the best progressive you're going to get. And you know what? That's the person I want. Because we're going to play around and give Republicans the majorities they need to change the face of America. And this is not, you can call it fear mongering if you want. I'm totally okay with that. I don't even care. Because again, 4 years of Trump is like a walk in the park compared to fighting uphill against constitutional amendments. Hell, 4 years of Trump is a piece of cake compared to Supreme Court decisions. How long did Ferguson versus Plessy last? Well, shit, it lasted to 1954, right? From slavery to 1954. I mean, that's like, the lifespan back then, that's probably 2 lifetimes. That's how long a Supreme Court decision can last before somebody overturns it. And so now we're talking about Donald Trump being able to make appointments, right? This is the immediate danger, right? The constitutional amendment thing, that's if they continue to get these majorities, right? Which if we keep playing around, they'll get. Like, let's not fool ourselves. If we keep playing around, they can get it.